that same car is still parked there from earlier. And it doesn't look like it's going anywhere anytime soon. You ever notice that some cars just seem to park up in strange places? And ironically, sometimes right across the street from you, or right across from you. And you begin to notice some strange activity or feel some really weird energy from the vehicle coming from the car. So strong where you either close your blinds or you get up and relocate, you move, you go somewhere else. You don't really want to be around that for too long, because you already know what's up. You already know what's up with that. You already know what time it is. Other people may not. We're not playing games with us. We're not playing games with ourselves. This is the reality we sometimes have to face. And they are well aware. They're well aware of what it is they're doing. They know. They get a satisfaction of you trying to figure out what's what. They get a satisfaction out of you waiting for them to get out the car or something. Don't waste your time. All right? Treat it like it's nothing. Let them sit there as long as they want. We're not going to not live our lives because somebody wants to be a creep. And for those of us which this has been a reality for us, we've experienced this firsthand. This isn't something we've heard about, something we've just read about, something we just watched somebody talk about. These are things that we know firsthand. We can give accounts of these situations. So when you see someone behave in a way that you're already accustomed to people behaving, it's like, I already been through this before. I already know what time it is. Not sure why you're doing it, but I'm sure my reasons, I'm not sure exactly why this person is doing it, but my reasons would not be too far off. Your reasons wouldn't be far off at all. People watch people. And there's nothing wrong with watching people. There are actors, there are artists, there are people we watch. You all are enjoying this video. You're watching this video. I enjoy videos. I watch videos. There are people, artists I listen to, actors I see on screen. I watch people. There's nothing wrong necessarily with watching people. But there is a sinister side to it that they deal with. See, we deal with harmless forms of being alive and just enjoying your life, enjoying entertainment. If something is entertaining you, unless you just listen to it and that's the only way you could take in entertainment, you'll watch it. So one can conclude a couple of understandings from that scenario alone. What we just talked about alone. They're entertained by you. You are, without even trying, without being on anybody's TV set, without being anybody's actor, without being on anybody's show and in anybody's movie. You don't even have to be an entertainer or anything like that. You could just be you. And as much as you don't understand how, you are entertaining. You know that you're not entertaining, but on the level that they're entertained by you, you probably wouldn't ever consider yourself being entertaining on that level. But there are people that are. There are people that draw other people's attention. There are people that draw other people's interest. You pique people's interest higher than the average bear. That's why they always poking at yours. You pique, they poke. One day that bear gonna come out and claw their face off. Stop, you're hurting my friend. One day that bear's gonna turn like that gorilla did on that lady. I don't know why you would invite somebody over. I don't even know. You know what? I can't even fault the lady. She living with a whole gorilla. She gonna do some wild stuff. That lady living with the gorilla, she gonna do some wild stuff. All right. Shout out to Millville. I love Millville. All right, just a little weird fact I just had to throw out there. That lady was into some wild stuff. You already got a whole gorilla living in the crib. You know she off the chain, so you can't expect much from her. All right. But why I was about to say, why would you invite somebody over your house if you own a gorilla? But I had to stop myself, because if you already have a gorilla if you already got a gorilla where you at, you not too sharp. There are some things that are missing that you need to find. And she hopefully she found them that day. She's probably still living with him, so probably not. Her marbles still probably rolling around somewhere under the couch, on the floor, under the curio, behind the sofa. Her marbles are out there. But her friend, I don't ever think she had any in the first place. Hey, I got this big old gorilla that's supposed to be in the zoo or in the wild over. Why don't you come over and chill with us? Really? A whole gorilla? Sounds exciting. Sounds provocative. Make it get you going. Gets people going. You know, she pulled a Kanye and was like, you know what? I'm going to go over my friend's house with the gorilla. You know, what can happen? What can happen if I go over somebody's house with a huge gorilla? You gonna get she got her face ripped off that day. So with that being said, they keep bothering you. It's only a amount of time before the universe turns into a gorilla and rips their face off. All right, anyway, you have people who are you have people who sit and watch you because you're entertaining. All right, as much as a gorilla over a friend's house. That just like that gorilla was entertaining to that lady, and she wanted to, as dangerous as that gorilla was, she wanted to be around it. So they really low key don't know how dangerous you are, but they are infatuated with you up to the point to where they're not afraid to get themselves hurt. Because I mean, who has enough heart? Because they scary. They sure are scary. They won't say anything most of the time. They don't never do anything. So they're a little out there. You know, they're a little out there. So, but they're extremely entertained by you. All right, they're extremely entertained by you. Extremely entertained by you, and they'll pull up and just sit there, and they think that's okay. Just like you is harmless. How you're watching this video right now, they feel that sick stuff that they're doing is harmless, just like that. Like if I had a problem being watched, I wouldn't upload videos. But the type of watching that they're doing, it's like you feel it spiritually. That's why they're called monitoring spirits. That's why they're called monitoring spirits, because you feel their eyes poke you. Their eyes, it's like they pierce through your flesh, and your spirit starts to feel uncomfortable, and your level of anxiety starts to raise, because you know this is something. You could feel that this is something that's not right. You could feel that this is something that's wrong. That person could be doing God knows what. When you feel that, what you have to do is you have to visualize, because this will actually drain their energy. Not that you want to, but it'll drain theirs and keep them from stealing yours. You have to visualize a shield of protection around yourself. If you're too busy hating them, you're not going to be able to do that. If you're too busy upset over them, you're not going to be able to do that. You have to picture a shield of protection around you, because when people are trying to pry into your life and pry into your spiritual life, pry into you like spiritually, make you feel uncomfortable, cause you to not feel safe in your own place, or at your job, or at a place where you may go to chill at. You may go to the park. Here they come. Just pull up and just sit there. Don't even get out the damn car. You're just trying to feed the ducks. They're entertained by you. You're a celebrity to them. You're a superstar to them. But you don't need all that attention. All that attention is unnecessary. Nobody likes that. And they're forcing their way into your life. They're forcing their way into your life covertly, and it's like people can get so close without it being a problem. But once you start to see the same people, the same faces, the same vehicle, the same license plate number, that's why it's good to document. You have your phone, always make sure it's charged. You start seeing the same car, take a picture. You could document these things. You could start to build a report, so that way, instead of you wasting your time getting upset, which is not going to do anything for you, all right, start to be proactive, because that's going to do something for you. That's going to get what you need done to solve the problem, hopefully. All right, a lot of these people work for police. A lot of these people are already in certain organizations. A lot of these people are retired military, retired government officials. So don't feel helpless. All right, still, if you feel lucky, all right, if you feel lucky, then you'll be lucky. If you feel that things will work out for you, things will work out for you. If you feel that you'll be heard, or if you feel that your matter will be taken care of in a rightly, justly way, that's what you'll get. What you see is what you get. Sometimes some people are so damn negative, when you're around them, they rub off on you. Some people, that's why you have to be careful of the company you keep. People rub off on you. You think you're just working with people. You think you're just living around people. You think you just around people. Oh, they just walk past me. I'm not even near them. I'm working. I'm standing by the door. I'm working outside. They just walk past me every day. And people thinking bad about you, and people cursing you. They hoping that they don't have to see you tomorrow. They hoping that possibly you don't even wake up tomorrow. That's why you have to pray every day. All right, you have to pray every day. You have to pray that these people's curses are lifted off of you every day. I don't care if you had a rough start and you missed the part or point during the day where you pray in the morning. Pray 3 times a day if you have to. But what you should be doing is praying twice a day. Praying in the morning and praying in the afternoon. And envisioning your goals, envisioning your dreams, envisioning everything that you want to be, everything that you want to do, everything that you want to have in abundance. All right, they project negative energy when they pull up and they just sit there and watch you like that. They know it's uncomfortable, but it's fun for them. They get to basically harass you, and they enjoy doing that. They enjoy following people. They enjoy harassing people. They enjoy pulling up, sitting there, just staring, watching you live your life. And the weird part is they act like they don't. And when you catch on to them, they will gaslight you and try to act like, oh, why are you so important? What makes you so special? No one cares about you. Nobody's interested in you. People will act like that. So you have even some of the people who claim to be a chosen one, or claim to have experienced this type of behavior, but there you could tell who has and who hasn't. The people who have experienced this, it's not a flex. It's nothing to brag about. It's nothing to like they talk about it in a way to where it's like they're just explaining it to you, like, hey, yeah, this is what I go through, this is what happened to me, it is what it is. But then you'll have people who will like claim it, and it's like they're trying to associate with it, but it doesn't necessarily happen to them. And if this type of stuff doesn't happen to you, that's cool. You don't want this type of stuff to happen to you. You could be a supporter. You could you can still be an advocate for it. You could speak on it. You don't want these things happening to you. You don't want people trying to invade your privacy when you're trying to have a moment of peace. You don't want that. You don't want people pulling up outside of your area because they're watching you through. They're watching you live your life, and they're using you as they're basically just using you to get their weirdness off. You know, they got weird things about themselves that they like to do, and they're using you to be one of those things. But it's not a situation for you to be caught up in the blues. It's not a situation for you to be caught up in misery. It's not a situation for you to be woe is me. These are signifiers and indications that let you know that you're larger than life, that you have the ability to become whatever it is you want, to become successful, to become great in life, to have the life that you want. They're gonna watch you all the way to the finish line. They're gonna watch you all the way to win big. They're gonna watch you all the way to the bank. Just make sure when you get at the bank, they're not watching you. All right, they got security guards there for that, so you'll be all right. If not, you might have to be your own security guard. When it comes to that money, trust me, you'll guard yourself naturally. That your naturalness will come out. You're like, wait a damn minute. Yo, all right now. Yo, your naturalness will come right out. Do we have a problem? Ching, ching, ching. It's a USSR. That car's still sitting there. Did they get out? Who knows? Did they get out? We'll never know. But they are sitting in there and enjoying being entertained by you. And you have to just, not in a sick way, not in a way to where you're still upset about it. You have to get yourself into a way to where you just accept it, and you're like, yo, this is creepy. I'm not gonna stop living my life for this. I'm not closing my blinds. It's a beautiful day. I'm letting the sun shine in. I'm not gonna stop living my life because you want to sit outside and watch me inside. Watch me inside all you like. Whatever floats your boat. Whatever makes you feel good. And we got some videos coming, because from what I'm watching and from what I'm seeing, when I watch them, they are not that smart, because whether they are doing it on purpose or whether they're not, they're telling on themselves with their behavior. After a while, this stuff stops freaking you out, and it just starts proving to you that you were right the whole time. That's all, because after a while, you keep doing the same thing to a person, it's not going to have the same effect. So because they don't know how to switch it up. They don't know how to do anything different. It's the same program, maybe hyped up, maybe more people, maybe from a different angle. Oh, I didn't expect you to be over there. Oh, I didn't expect you to be over there. Oh, you're everywhere. They're corny. They're everywhere the cornballs are at. All right. They let you know that you're right, and that's the only thing they're gonna do. Is their behavior is going to start to be a confirmation for you. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Whatever though. There'll be some days where you deal with it better than others due to certain areas of your life. That's why I'm always telling you to make sure your money is right. All right. That's why I'm always telling you to make sure your health is right. Make sure your financial situation is right. Your life situation is right. The more stressful things are for you, the harder it's going to be the harder it could possibly be for you to deal with these things, and the easier it could possibly be for them to try to torture you, for them to try to be weird to you. If you had enough, if you're, first of all, if you're too busy working, you ain't paying attention to this stuff anyway. Even though they are still going to make sure you pay attention to them, you'll have your work to fall back on. You'll have something to do with your mind, someplace else to go in your mind, to the success finish line. You know what? Yeah, there's all that. But let me get back to focusing. Let me get back to working. Let me get back to strategizing. Let me get back to putting a plan together. And you can do it. All right, you know you can. You know you can do it. All right, so that car is still sitting there, and they're monitoring, watching. Whatever they get out of that, that's none of your business. Whatever they get out of that, that's not for you to be concerned about. That's their thing. That's their pastime. That's how they feel good about themselves. Take your mind off of that and go back to living your life. Because that's what you have to do. You have to live your life too. That's the way they're choosing to live their life. You have to accept the way other people are going to choose to live their life. It seems as if sometimes these situations are around every corner. Smile at people, bless people, accept people for who they are. Somebody wants to be a demon, bless them, and you know what? God bless that demon. I wish them the best. It'll work for you. And you can call them whatever you want too. I just use demon to be appropriate. You can call them whatever you want. God's not going to mind. God is not going to mind. All right, so if that car doesn't move, right? Don't start cursing that person out. Don't start wishing any bad on them. Don't wish that they don't make it home and the car explode or nothing like that. Not necessary. You let God take care of that. They're going to get theirs. All right? What you put out is what you get back. And they're going to get all that back. All of it. So, don't get upset. Don't go outside. Don't throw anything at their car. Don't do anything to their car. So what? Even if it's a situation to where when you walk outside, they turn the car on and drive past you. I was staying at a hotel one time, and I got tricked into a situation because I wasn't even supposed to be paying attention to this person. And they kept, every time I would go to do my video, they'd leave. Every time I would come back from walking in the woods, they drive right past. And before I could get to my room, the car's pulling past me. They're hopping out the car, walking in the room. Same time I'm opening the door, walking in the room. These are people who are entertained by you. They're sick. They need help. And society's not going to do anything about it. So the one thing you can do is be proactive. You have to do something about it. Document people. Get enough pictures. Get enough. You may have to get another phone. You may have to get. You don't even have to have it on. Get your all that phone when you know your phone. When you get you a new phone and you have your other phone, use your new phone. Don't put all that data in your new phone. Don't waste these people on your new phone. Take your old phone. That'll be your gang stalker phone. You snap as many pictures. Snap. Video. Record these demons in the act. Have proof. Well, officer, this was December this, December that, December this. This person has been doing this for over a whole month. You telling me, sir, I've been trying to ignore this person for over a whole month. So it doesn't seem like they're going to stop, and I would like it to stop. What can we do about it? They're most likely, unfortunately, people are going to tell you to relocate. They're going to tell you to move, and they're going to, well, is there any place else you can go? Like, that's really how they're going to be coming. So the best thing for you to do is to work on yourself, to let these people go, to not even pay these people any mind. All right. Unfortunately, this was early in my training, and I paid attention to this person that I wasn't supposed to, and I gave them the time of day when I was not supposed to, and I did not have to. I could have ignored this person and just let them be the weird, whatever kind of person that they are, whatever they're into that they are. I have a strong. A lot of people who are narcissistic like that, who will follow you and watch you, and a lot of them, it's like they're it's weird, but a lot of them are swingers. That's what I'll say. Let's put it that way. A lot of them, they got swinger energy, and they're mad because they're swingers, and you won't swing with them, or something. All right, because we don't swing that way. All right, it's unholy. All right, a little too holy. All right, but either way, we don't swing that way. All right, not us. Okay. So they are entertained by you. All right, pulling up in their car, sitting there watching you. Probably got popcorn, snacks, soda pop. To the movies? What? I just go to pull up at his house. You just sit out front of his house? Yeah. I ain't got nothing else better to do. I've got no life. What else is there to do? You don't watch people like that? Nah, that's weird, man. I got things that I do. What are you talking about? Oh, well, yeah, we might start watching you then. You sound interesting. Nah. If they ever come up to you like that and think you're one of them, just be like, oh, yeah, and don't never contact that person again. So, yo, don't do it. But they'll pull up, and sometimes they'll flash their lights on you, and that's when they're not getting to you. That's when they see you ignoring them. They're like, they gotta flash their lights at you. It's called brightening. All right, we all know that. That's when they start to flash their lights at you. It's when you're not being bothered. It's when they see you ignoring them, and that's their last. Besides the horn, that's their last draw for attention. They flash the lights. Hey, 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 hey. You eventually, enough people will hey you to death to where you're gonna be unfazed by that. Hey, 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 hey. Eventually, you're gonna be unfazed by that. Whatever. What else is new? They done wore me out with that, and it don't even bother me no more. Oh well. So yeah, get you another phone, right? So that way, if things get serious, you could videotape, you could document, you could be like, hey, I got you on camera. You say you're not following me, but here you are. You're at the same place that I'm at the same time that I'm at. That's kind of strange, isn't it? They probably won't even talk to you. They'll probably just keep ignoring you. Like, okay, like if they do go to the same place as you, wait for them if you have to. You know you. Don't get yourself into anything that would ruin your day. You know what? I'm just gonna go to another store. They can have this store. It's another store down the street. God will bless me with the gas because hey, I'm not supposed to be at this place, so I'll go to another place. But take a picture, document the time and the date, so that way when you go to the next place, and if they follow you to the next place, then now you can start to build. You can start to build a case on this person or a report on this person. You can start to document this, and you can start to eventually, sooner or later, call this person out, and you'll have your proof. Because if it's all like that, and if they're not going to let up, and if there's nobody to come to help except for when you have a whole bunch of documents or a whole bunch of proof, then hey, it's time to document, it's time to prove. You don't believe what I'm saying? Here's some documents, here's some proof. Maybe that will cause you to listen to what I have to say. And especially, you're gonna want to stay calm. It's a process, all right. It takes some time to learn how to do it, but you can do it. There's still going to be things that upset you and that cause you to be upset at times, because this is not easy to deal with. You got people who want to force you into, they want to force you to feel crazy. You have people that want to force you out of. You'll have people who will do this at your place of employment. Some people have people pull up outside your job and stuff like that. And this is deeper than just somebody's disgruntled ex. This is deeper than somebody's disgruntled ex. There are specific people in society that get tracked and that are purposely kept down or purposely blackballed, blacklisted. Who's to say that's not a possibility? It's still something you could overcome. All right, it's not an excuse. You can still overcome this. All right, there are ways, there are people you could reach out to, there are people who you could help. Maybe there's someone you could talk to that it knows a way, that's thinking a different idea, and maybe you just need to hear it. But don't ever think that it's over for you. Don't think that the only way for you to handle this temporary situation is with a permanent solution. They want to try to force you into taking yourself out. But you're stronger than that. You're braver than that. Your life is more precious than that. Let these whack ass people sit outside in their car and watch you. Let them do it. All right, let them watch you. If you feel the need, yo, set up a camera on them. Yo, set you up a camera inside your window. Document the time they pull up, how long they're there, and when they leave. They watch you, you watch them. And you ain't even gotta waste your time watching them watching you. You just set a little something up, have something recording, have it set up to something, figure out how you could get a little recording device set up and watch their ass. They're watching you, you watching them too. The time, the date, how long they're there. Because the things we think aren't anything, that's what they're doing. Oh man, I'm just overthinking. No, you may not be. I'm here to tell you, you may not be. These people are sick. It gets deep. They have issues. And their issues are so deep that they make normal, logical, healthy people their issue. They're a cancer to society. But things are flipped and they see you that way. But we're not judging them. This is just to recognize, to strategize, to stay alive, to better yourself, because we don't want to get caught up in judging anybody. It does feel good to make fun of these buzzards. It feels good to clown on them. It feels good to make them look bad. Definitely feels good. All right, especially in a community amongst my own. All right, amongst people like myself, people who have experienced the same things that I have. Damn right, we're gonna clown them, and we're gonna have a good time doing it too. Ain't that right, subscribers? Yeah, yeah. That was Ape Hands Tay. He was in the back like, yeah. Him and Big Chief Horn. Yeah. Yeah, shout out to all my subscribers, all right? The ladies was like, yeah. And the fellas was in the back like, yeah. All right? That'd be something if God just had us all roll them out. It's time, my children. Unite! Man, yo, it'd be over, boy. It wouldn't even, man, look. What? Anyway, but yo, you can do that in the form of being your own superhero, ignoring people, focusing on positive things. All right, you may want to put hands, feet, shoulders, knees, and toes on somebody, but don't. All right, that's what they would want you to do. They want you to cause damage to their property, so they can sue you, take you to court. They want you to do something to them. They want to see a bad situation happen to you. They want to be able to call the police. This person is blah 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 blah. Yep, finally, yep, we got him. Yep, pull up. He's right here. They're right here. We finally did it. And they will disregard every single thing that happened to you. Why? Because you're the one that was the aggressor. You're the one that got upset. You're the one that broke the law, quote unquote. Even though laws were broken even though laws were broken prior to you reacting, they're not gonna care about that. As much as it's wrong, as much as you know they're not doing right, and as far as this treatment goes, And as much as you know is wrong in the eyes of God, they're not gonna care. So don't put yourself through that. Well, it wasn't right. Well, they're gonna tell you the way you handled it wasn't right. Even though you may feel you're right, because deep down inside you know what they're doing is wrong. And I know you want to take justice into your own hands, because that's what feels natural. That's what you're supposed to be doing. But in the times and days that we're living in, you're going to have to find another way to channel that. You're going to have to find another way to channel that. Meditation, chanting, saying something positive, thinking something positive, going for a walk on the beach, meeting other positive people, other like-spirited people. And it's good to have some people around that you can trust. It's good to have some people around that you know are going through what you're going through. It's good to have people around that solidify your sanity. Not that you need it, but it just feels good. Okay, I'm not alone. Not in a disparaging way like, oh, you struggling? Yeah, let's struggle. I'm struggling too. Not in a way like that, but it's like, yo, this person is still here. This person has made it through all they made it through, and they can relate to some of the things that I've spoken about. That makes me feel good. They're still here. I will be too. They got through it. I will too. They made it. I will too. And as far as I've made it, I want everybody else out there watching these videos to know that you will too. All the things that chalk up every last thing in your mind that doesn't matter, and just let it go. You know what? This doesn't matter. This isn't anything to be focused on. This isn't anything to be concerned about. You can do that for people, places, situations, things. You can do that for anything. This is not worth the time of day. But make sure you process it in a way that's positive, and not in a way to where it's being swept under the rug and you're just forgetting about it, and it's just waiting around to be re-brought up later. Pray about these things. Pray several times a day. 3 times a day if you have to. It helps you. It makes you feel good. It fills you with strength. It helps get your mind right. I woke some people up with that live earlier. Some of the stuff I said in that some of the stuff I said in that live, I woke some people up. What? But they might still be sitting outside, but guess what? You are going to enjoy yourself regardless. You're going to have a good time regardless. You do everything you're supposed to do. You're a law-abiding citizen. You don't do anything wrong to nobody. You just mind your business and you stay all the way out the way. You deserve to chill, and if they're going to watch it, hey, they're going to see you chilling hard and enjoying yourself as much as you're supposed to, because you are worth it and you deserve it. You're worth being able to have some peace, have some privacy, have some time to yourself, where you don't have these things taking place. So anybody out there that's on their grind, anybody out there that's working towards creating a better life for themselves, all right, this message was for you. You'll be fine. They can watch all they want. They could monitor all they want. But if it really gets that serious, consider setting that camera up and put a system up to watch them, and not to monitor them, not to be petty, but just to be aware of actually what's going on. What times people are doing things. You could build a schedule around what this person does. As soon as they they're gonna come, leave and go somewhere else. That'll freak them out. They pull up to sit there and watch. You already gone. You already going somewhere else. You just backing out. Then you could call and say, yo, I'm being followed. Yeah, this person that I've documented several times in front of my house unnecessarily just pulled off at the same time I left, and they're driving behind me. I've made some turns, and they're trailing behind me still. And this is not the first time that they've ended up at the same place that I've been at. You might need to consider some concealed carrying. You might need to consider getting yourself a firearm. Yep, if you're a good person, get you a firearm. You ain't gonna hurt nobody. Ain't nothing bad gonna happen to you. If you're a good person, get you a firearm and just follow the rules, follow the law. Get you a firearm and follow the law. They want to put the heat on you, you gonna get you some heat. And not because they were telling you it's cold. All right, no. I know you. Yeah, no. Okay, we let those people go. Nope, they are not worth it. They're not worth it. Better stop that. I see you over there shining it. You over there. Okay, they're not worth it. It gives you a sense of assurance. So you might have to go get you a strap, all right, and a legal one. You might have to go get you some illegal firearm. You're allowed to protect yourself. People want to play games with you. People want to be weird and strange. Well, guess what? Hey, a lot of reports have said that when people have armed themselves and protected themselves, a lot of these, you know what happened? A lot of these things, they stopped. You know, a lot of the people have reported that they've noticed a drop in these types of things happening to them when they protected themselves. So yeah, use your body as a weapon. All right, get you some do what you need to do. Do what you need to do. I guarantee you they'll fall back. They see that thing on your hip, they'll think twice. Maybe I should leave this person alone. Maybe I should not bother this person. And those are the things that actually run through their mind too. You know what? We better stop bothering him. I know. We better leave him alone. I know. That's what you're supposed to do anyway. You're naturally supposed to want to leave people alone and give them their space. Yeah, that's what you're supposed to do. When you have something to protect you, they said that those types of things kind of got out of style. They get played out kind of quick. So that might be an option for you. You might have to get you a concealed carry license. Not to use for anything that wouldn't deem it necessary. Not if I don't have if you won't have to use it, you won't have to use it. Simple as that. Anybody doesn't come along and try to physically threaten your life, then hey, you ain't gotta use it. Anybody gotta make you try to feel paranoid, you ain't gotta put your hand on it. You start doing that, I bet you they'd pull right off. Yeah, they'll pull right off. When you got that thing on your hip, they'll dip You dip, we all dip. They will dip. When you dip, they'll dip. Trust me. All right, that may end up having to be an option, and I'm glad that it is an option. All right, so that may be something that we might have to consider. So for those of you who have a car sitting out front of your place right now, possibly flashing lights at you, possibly honking a horn, possibly the horn going off, well, guess what? Number one, you're not alone. Two, it has come to pass. You will get over this. All negative things you're experiencing now have come to pass. Relax, chill, take some time to breathe. And expect better things. Don't let them make you think the way they want you to. All right, they want you to think it's all over for you. They want, because you can't work for them or you can't work there anymore, they want you to think you're broke. They forced you out of a job, they want you to think you're broke. You can't live somewhere, they want you to feel like you're homeless. Don't accept or agree with anything that you don't want, and also work and do things to prevent them at the same time from happening. Even if something seems like something, things appear to be what they seem, but that's not what it is. It's up to your perception, and it's up to how you perceive it. You have to work on your mind and continue to make it strong enough and get through the times. Even if you have a time of doubt, you'll work on your mind to where you'll have high lows. So when you work on yourself so much, instead of just being low, you'll have high lows. That's why working on yourself every day, listening to positive messages, reading something positive, listening to positive messages every single day. And you can't miss a day. You have to listen to something positive every day. So that way, when things don't go the way you want, or when you have situations like this and people are affecting you, you'll have a whole arsenal of positive thoughts. You'll have a whole arsenal of different mindsets that you could just hop into. Okay, this one's not working. What about this one? What about that one? What about this one? You'll be so focused on what you know and how to apply it to your life and how to make your life better in that moment that person will just fade away. Whatever they're doing will turn to nothing. It'll turn to dust. It'll become nothing to you. Them, what they do, their car, none of that'll be a problem for you. So they may be sitting there, they may be watching you, and the thing is, it's like they do a lot of weird things. They'll as soon as you look, they'll turn the lights off, things like that. Anything to make you like, yo, am I bugging or am I tripping, or anything to play with your mind, anything to play a trick on your mind, anything to make you think something is not happening, but it is. That's their forte. They like to do things to where it seems like nothing's happening, but it is. They like to do things to where it's hard for you to explain. It seems like nothing to someone else. What's the problem with that? But it's a whole psychological plot and plan to destroy your mind if you let them do it. And it's not easy, but it's possible. There are other people who've gotten through this, who defeated this, who are doing very well in life, and you are going to be the same way. You are going to as well. For sure. All right. So stay strong. All right, definitely stay strong. You got this. We all got this. We all gonna get to where we need to go. We're all already successful, and that's all there is to it. So losers are gonna be losers, and winners are gonna be winners, and sooner than later, God is gonna find a way to separate the winners from the losers. He always does that. All right, God always separates the winners from the losers, so don't give up hope. Your time to be separated from these losers is fastly approaching. I'll see you in the next video. Hit that like button, hit that share button. Don't forget to subscribe. Peace. We out.